All right, guys, welcome back to the Turo Hustle. And today we're going to talk about something that's really starting to piss me off with a lot of these online gurus and some of these Turo guys out there giving information, some of these car rental guys giving information, all right? So stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this. All right, everybody on YouTube right now is talking about, going private, build your own rental brand, stop giving Turo 10%, scale with consignment, go luxury, make $1 million, right? And I've seen these videos, guys are flashing huge revenue screenshots talking about 300 grand a year or 500 grand or $1 million in revenue, right? And I'm just going to say it. I don't agree with most of it. I don't agree with the way most of these guys are going about this. If you have less than 15 to 20 cars, you should not be diversifying, if at all. You should not be chasing private rentals. You should not be scaling super fast with consignment. You should be locking in, buying good cars, buying them right, and building real systems, right? And I'm not saying that at any amount of cars, you should go private. So let's go ahead and expand on this a little bit, right? Everybody loves talking about multiple revenue streams. It sounds smart. It sounds sophisticated. But when you're small, multiple revenue streams usually just mean multiple distractions, multiple risks, multiple headaches, right? And if you've got 5 cars or 8 cars or 12 cars, you don't need a private website. You don't need paid ads. You don't need commercial insurance policy and custom contracts and merchant processing and luxury branding. You just don't need that stuff. What you need is focus, right? Your advantage when you're small is simplicity. Buy solid cars, buy them right, buy them at the right price, ideally buy them cash, price them correctly, understand your airport, understand your seasons, build repeatable systems, right? If you start trying to build private rentals on the side while you're still figuring out turnovers and pricing, you're spreading yourself thin. And in this business, when you start spreading yourself thin, mistakes happen, and mistakes are very expensive. So let's go ahead and talk about this revenue illusion, right? You'll see people say, man, I made $1 million in revenue. Okay, well, how much of that did you keep? That's the only number that really matters, you guys. A lot of these big operators don't own their cars. They're leveraged, and honestly, most of them are way over leveraged. They've got debt payments. They've got commercial insurance. They've got detailers that are on payroll. They've got lot rent. They've got maintenance teams. They got drivers. They've got overhead, right? These guys have a lot of expenses stacked up. So what really matters is, what are you taking home? Revenue is sexy. Net profit is what builds wealth, right? And if you own your car's cash and something goes wrong, worst case scenario, you liquidate. Worst case scenario, right? You sell your car. You're not upside down. You're not buried. You're not debt chasing, right? And yes, I hear the argument all the time. What if Turo goes away? All right, look, it's a business. Could it change? Sure. Could it add restrictions? Absolutely, and we've seen that here lately. But it's not going to disappear overnight, right? And if worst case scenario, something crazy did happen, let's say they did go under, they went out of business, you own all your cars outright, you still control that asset. That's the difference. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some of these market differences, right? We're in Montana. This is not Miami. It's not LA. We're not in Scottsdale. Our demand looks a lot different. Our seasons look a lot different, right? Snow this year hasn't been incredible. Spring break is coming. Tourism fluctuates. You have to understand your market. It does not matter what someone in another state across the country is doing if you do not understand your renter, your airport, your slow months, your peak months, and your pricing strategy, right? If you master your location, you win. If you choose trends from YouTube operators in totally different markets, you're going to lose. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about something here also that doesn't get talked about a lot in this whole private game, right? This private rental risk. If you start poaching Turo guests and offering them private deals, you will 100% get kicked off. of the Turo platform. If you message someone and try to take them off platform, you are risking your account. Even hinting at it can be dangerous, right? And if Turo is your main source of income, your main stream of income, and you get removed, it's all over. All that momentum is gone. So if you are, and I say this lightly, if you are going to chase private rentals, you got to make sure you don't hint at that in Turo. You do not want to start poaching people and moving them to your rental side, because you are going to lose all that rental income from Turo. Now, could private rentals make sense eventually? Yes. And I'm not saying never, right? But timing matters. How you do it matters. Before you even think about that, right, you need systems. You need cleaning systems. You need turnover systems, communication templates, right? You need pricing strategy, maintenance, tracking, bookkeeping, damage procedures. All these are things you need in systems you want to have in place. If you don't have these systems dialed in at 8 cars, you will drown at 20 cars, right? People think scaling fast makes you rich, right? Scaling fast without systems makes you stressed and broke, right? You want to scale slow. You want strong margins. You want cash purchases. You want tight systems, right? That's boring. But the boring path builds wealth. Okay, and here's the other thing, guys, right? If something's not working, right, don't psych yourself out. That's just part of the game. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Just because someone online is, flashing luxury cars and big revenue numbers, it does not mean their model fits your life, fits your stress, your tolerance, your market, or even works at all, right? And at the end of the day, you've got to do what feels right for you. But make sure that decision is coming from strength and not hype from watching some guy on YouTube, right? In my opinion, it's simple. Lock in, master your market, build strong systems, own your fleet, protect your margins, and then grow, right? Every time, focus beats hype. Systems beat speed. Profit beats revenue screenshots, right? And man, I appreciate you guys sticking around. If this video helped you think a little clearer about your decision, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next video.